Every 100 years, a comet appears in the skies above the Mushroom Kingdom. The comet was so large one year, it filled the skies and sent countless shooting stars raining down. The toads brought the shooting stars to the castle, where they became a great power star. It should have been a very happy time for the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom. That was the night of the Star Festival, held once every 100 years to celebrate the comet.
Dear Mario, I'll be waiting for you at the castle on the night of the Star Festival. There's something I'd like to give you. From Peach.
And so, the kingdom's #1 hero headed to the festival. As stars rained down, Mario went around greeting the toads attending this momentous occasion. But like every tale of the Mushroom Kingdom, disaster struck. Like always, a hero's job is never done as Mario made haste to the princess's castle. He'd been through the story before, and knew Bowser must be stopped. Once again, it would be up to the kingdom's greatest hero to save the princess. This is not that story. Instead, this is the tale of another hero we all know about very well.
Super Luigi Galaxy!
Finally, you're awake. Let's play. Let's play indeed. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome to my next project. Let's play Super Luigi Galaxy. Now, originally this is supposed to be Super Mario Galaxy, but in order to unlock Luigi, you have to collect all 120 stars in the game to do so. Also, I just prefer playing Luigi more, but I'll get into that a bit later on. So what makes... Well, actually I won't get into the differences between Mario and Luigi momentarily, we have to deal with these bunnies first. Let's play hide and seek. If you catch all of us, we'll tell you about where you are. Sounds like a fair deal? Let's get to it. So the difference between Mario and Luigi is that Luigi has several different, differences, as opposed to Mario. He can run faster, jump higher, but he has less traction, so as you can see, it takes a bit longer for me to slow down than it would with Mario, as well as taking me a bit longer when I have to start running. There are more differences between the two brothers, but we'll get to that as we progress through this new adventure. Ah, I knew I should hit in the crater. Okay, so that's a hint to where one of the next buddies will be. The Star Buddies is what they're called, by the way. That's not it. That's where a Trail of Coins was. But I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be in... Oh, that's not a crater. I thought that was a crater for some reason. Maybe it's this one. Yes, it is. So that's the second Star Bunny. So this is pretty easy to get with Luigi because, like I said before, he could run faster than he could with Mario. So getting these bunnies isn't that harder than it would be with Mario. If I only hit in the pipe, she would expect to go searching the pipe. This would be the last place I expect to look, to be honest. But just as that creature said, that bunny was in the pipe. And that's actually the one that I think woke us up too, so it's the fastest one out of the three. If I can just stay the course. Yep, I'll still catch it. Can't believe I let myself get caught, won't believe it. I am faster than all three of you put together, because I am Luigi, #1 and all that. Wow, you caught all of us? Yeah, maybe you could really help Mama. Sorry about bringing you here so suddenly. We should probably tell you about where you are. There's a connection here to to deep space, far from your lands. We call it the gateway to the starry sky. Mama's waiting up above. Please help her with whatever she asks. Well, it's not like we have any choice in the matter. I mean, we are practically in the middle of nowhere right now. So it's best to get our bearings from somebody at least. I've been watching you from here. This place is called the Gateway to the Starry Sky. My name is Rosalina. I watch over and protect the cosmos. To save your special one, you'll need the power to travel through space. Luma can give you this power. I will entrust you with his care. And now we've gained the ability to spin. All we have to do is shake the Wiimote to do so. Disaster struck us just as it has visited you. With Luma, I hope you can rescue the grand stars. May the stars shine down on you. And then she disappears into nothingness because apparently she could do that. She must be a space alien or something. I highly doubt it. So we talk to this Luma. Shake the Wiimote to spin into things that look breakable. You can even spin enemies to stun them. So here's another difference between Mario and Luigi. Luigi's spin takes a bit longer to charge up after you use it. By the way, this is a launch star. Shake the Wiimote when you're near one to shoot this through space like a comet. Now go and explore the universe. There are lots and lots of galaxies for you to discover. Let's do what he says. Launch from the launch star onto this new planet. Let's talk to this a little bit before I explain the spin any further. I have some bad news though. See, I had a launch star ready for you, but a meteor smashed it up. You can't leave without it, so find all the starships to fix it. Oh, be sure not to fall in the black hole. Falling into a black hole will make you lose a life, so be careful of that. As I was saying before, as we got an additional one up, Luigi's spin takes a bit longer to recharge than it does with Mario. You will be able to spin, I think, at least twice, but you have to wait for the spin to recharge like I stated before. That's indicated when the Luma appears on the top of your head. When it disappears, then you glow like a very light bluish color, then you'll be able to spin again. For the longest time, I always thought that you had to spin at least once before you have to recharge, but no, it's actually twice. So spin to the launch star after we get all the star chips. This will be a bit of a thing we'll have to take care of on our adventure, is collecting certain star chips in order to form a star that we have to get to the next planet. As you can see, we also have coins in this game as well, but they're not as valuable as you think they are. Granted, we have less health to do it than we do in previous 3D Mario games, as we have 3 instead of the usual 8. So coins will be a bit more valuable, but they're a lot less common to find in my experience. By the way, this thing can stun any nearby enemies, so you can use that to your advantage. You will be seeing that happen quite a lot though. See, get me out of here. One of those enemies should have the key. Okay, there's one enemy that I missed. So we can make certain enemies dizzy by not shaking the Wiimote, by spinning into them. Once they're stunned, we can just run into them and Luigi will do a simple kick like so. And we'll be able to defeat them. Some enemies can be stunned, but other enemies can be taken out with just one spin, like we saw with that Micro Goomba, which is that smaller looking Goomba that we've encountered thus far. Thanks, would you mind rescuing my buddy in that base up there too? Won't sound like anything else to do. I'll transport to a sling star. Just jump into me after I transform! So this is a sling star. It's like a launch star, but it's smaller and it launches you in smaller distances as well. So you'll be able to tell the difference between a launch star and a sling star very easily. And this is a Micro Goomba that I just described just a few moments ago. And now we're collecting these little trinkets called star bits. These are going to be more or less the big currency in the world that will be going on our adventure. Well, I say world loosely, but we're actually in the universe. This is, you know, galaxy and such. So it's kind of more appropriate to say the term universe instead of the word world, which I am used to, but I'll have to break that habit just for this LP. So we'll be able to use star bits as well to our advantage, but I'll go over that a bit later. See, as we're just collecting them right now. If you take damage, grab a coin to boost your life. Like I stated before, we have 3 life pieces instead of the usual 8, so we'll have to be careful, a bit more careful than usual when we're traversing across a landscape. But regardless of what you collect, coins or star bits, if you can collect 50 of one of the 2, then you will get an extra life. It's worth getting more star bits because they're more frequent than they are coins, so be sure to prioritize star bits over the coins. Granted, coins are very good for health, but star bits are a lot more easier to get if you're looking to grind lives. We've been waiting for you. That's a grand star. We have to save it. The use of the grand star is the power of an awful machine. It looks like it's making something. We have to do something before the grand star's power is drained. Quick, find a way to turn off that terrible machine. So in order to do that, there are going to be these panels we have to press on. we change them all to a specific color, then we'll be able to deactivate that machine. I'm also going to be looking around to see if I can take out any more Goombas, because after we kick them, followed by a spin, they'll get more star bits, and I want to gather as much as possible, just so we can have some on hand for future uses. That's another panel. That's another one. Okay, I think we made our way around here, so the rest of the panels should be over here. Turn off the flip switches on the floor to shut down this machine. All we have to do is just step on them to make them turn a certain color, and we'll be as good as golden. So run across this bunch of switches, and just like that, we're done. Now to collect our prize. Let's talk to you first. Thank you. Now go save the Grand Star. Well, it's right here, so it's not like it's going anywhere. And with that, we've got our first Grand. I think it was better for Luigi to finish that sentence for me. I know I can count on it. Count on him. After all, he is gonna be the main star in this adventure. The beacon is lit again. It shines weakly, maybe only as bright as a Class 6 star, but at least the poor Loomis will survive now. Oh, thank you for saving the Grand Star. These star people are my family. They mean so much to me. Welcome to the Comet Observatory. It's my home, and also home to the Lumas. You see, we travel the starry skies. We pass by this area once every 100 years, but we suddenly stopped in front of this planet. A strange force had latched onto our ship, pulling away star bits and our power source, power stars. Our ship had lost power, so it entered into a deep hibernation state in which it could not move. Those who took your special one picked up the power stars and discovered the power to cross the universe.
Please.
I have a request. This observatory uses star power to project images of the galaxies that are scattered across space. And there is a chance we could use our few remaining stars to look for other power stars.
Look.
These round roofs are called domes. We observe galaxies from domes such as these. But the only one that is working right now, powered by the star power you stored, is this one, the terrace. Please go to the terrace and try to recover the power stars from the galaxies you can see from there. If we do that, we'll be able to restore the Comet Observatory's ability to fly like a starship. Then perhaps we can pursue the thieves who ran off with the power stars. Sounds like a fair deal. Collect power stars to help find our quote-unquote special one, even though it's Mario's special one, but it's semantics, who needs them. Let's go to the terrace first. Please rescue the power stars you can see from there. And what do you have to say? Power stars are our friends. I implore you, please help them. I'm not sure you can call them friends if you're using them as your power source, but hey, whatever helps you sleep at night. What do you have to say, you little Loomba? It's one of the many domes of this observatory, the terrace. Well, not much to it, but whatever. Welcome. This dome acts as an eye of the observatory. From here we can gaze upon distant galaxies. Once its lumen transforms into a pole star, he will guide you to those faraway galaxies. Simply point your pointer at the pole star and press A. So this pole star mechanic isn't gonna be only used in the domes. These are the galaxies we can observe from this dome. The numbers represent their distance from the observatory. The bigger the number, the greater the distance. The more power stars you find, the farther you'll be able to travel. So more power stars means more access to more galaxies. And our first galaxy is gonna be Good Egg Galaxy. Yes, it's undeniable. We're detecting power star energy patterns in the nearest galaxy. But I must warn you that the evil energy readings are off the charts. Please be careful. I'm sure we'll be careful. After all, we are the brother of the famous Mario himself, so I'm pretty sure Luigi can handle himself no problem. And we'll be heading to the first star of Good Egg Galaxy, Dino Piranha. So like I was saying, that pulsar mechanic thing isn't only going to be used in domes. We'll be able to see its use a bit later on in this adventure, though. So keep that in mind as we are progressing through this, through the universe. Welcome to the galaxy, and I must say, Good Egg Galaxy makes for a very good first impression if you're playing this game for the first time. The music is really good and just very lighthearted as well. So you don't really have to feel so stressed out and trying to get used to the controls of this game. Also, the overall atmosphere just seems very friendly. But we are starting off the game, so it kind of makes sense that we're have this kind of lighthearted tone to begin with. Let's go up here. Let's read this billboard first. If you get tired and want to return to the observatory, just press minus or plus and select return to the observatory. We can't bring any star bits along with us if we quit. So that's the penalty you get if you want to exit the level, so be sure to keep that in mind. And like I said before, star bits are going to be a bit of a use to us our adventure. So you'll have to be very careful your decision if you do want to quit. So collecting this question coin will spawn these rainbow notes, and collecting all these will get us a very nifty reward. We'll be counting across this little mechanic quite a few times in our adventure as well. I'm not sure if the reward is going to be the same in the case it's going to be a 1-up, but I think most of the time it is. So let's go get that 1-up right away. And you can see these little studs on the ground. If you press B while pointing with your pointer, you can fire a star bit, and that will avail a coin. This method is also used to stun enemies, so if you want to deal with enemies from a distance instead of going close quarters, then you can do that. You've got options if you want to deal with these, with the foes on your journey. So let's go across this landscape first to see if I missed anything. Yeah, I thought so. Give me more star bits, I'll be raining down. Star bits gonna be raining down every so often, no matter what level you're at. This is kind of frequent in Mario Galaxy. Just to wait so you don't run out of star bits ever. Because like I said before, star bits are gonna be a very huge usage to our adventure, so again, prioritize those as much as you can. To pick up star bits, scatter across the galaxy, just touch them. Collect 50 to get a 1-up, and it wouldn't hurt to store some up as well. Of course, we will be having to use star bits a bit later on, but like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's take out this enemy. That's an Octuba. It's just a Goomba that shoots rocks, nothing more to it. You can either defeat it by stomping on it or spinning it. But depending on how you defeat an enemy, sometimes will differ which reward you get. So if I stomp on a Goomba like so, it will get a coin, which is the old-fashioned way. But if I were to stun it with a spin and then kick it afterwards, then I'll get star bits. Not every enemy will have this kind of method upon having rewards when you defeat them. Some of them will just give you the same reward no matter which method you use to take them down. What do you have to say before I go collect these launch star chips? Okay, grab a coin to patch yourself up. This is pretty much basic knowledge in the Mario universe, so nothing new there. Of course, I could try to collect coins to get 1-ups, but I'm gonna prefer try to get star bits to grind for lives instead, because those are a lot more plentiful than there are coins, at least in my experience. So something special about these bowlers that you can see this red spot. If you're able to spin into it, like so. Wait, I missed it? Okay, I thought I missed it, but I actually ran into it. That was really weird. I want to demonstrate this before I go on to the next planet. That one's way too close. Gotta time it just right. Nope, that was poor timing again. I'll be able to get one of these bowlers someday, don't worry. Yep, there we go. Taking out these bowlers will give you more star bits, so there are a lot of methods of getting these bits throughout your journey. You'll discover what they are as you go along. Land on this planet. Let's go to this question coin first as we take out this new enemy. That's a Slurple. They will try to latch onto you and slow you down. I think if you keep them on you for too long, they will start to damage you. So don't let them latch onto you forever. They will give you star bits when you do defeat them. Got this Octuba. I didn't want to step on it. I wanted to get star bits, but whatever. Take out this Piranha plant. Sometimes taking out these plants will give us a Sproutle Vine to use here to shake the Wiimote, and you'll be able to proceed to wherever it takes you. Now this planet is a bit strange. We can either take left or right to proceed along with our star mission. Want to be careful. I don't want to slip off on the first episode and lose a life on the very start of the LP. That would be really embarrassing. So if we go behind this cannon, we'll come across a prickly piranha plant. The only way to defeat these is not to run into the spikes. It's to step on its head once it slams on the ground. And that more or less will spawn a Sproutle Vine. Either do that, or I will take the other way around. I could try to long jump to that piranha plant. Nah, I don't want to risk it. Like I said, I don't want to risk losing a life on the first episode of this Let's Play. And that was a bit too close there. I thought I was gonna have to eat my words if I was gonna fall into that black hole. Thankfully that wasn't the case. So if we could go right, we could take out this piranha plant as well. And go down this pipe. We'll find more of these flip switches. Doesn't matter which way you take, this will lead to the same place. But we get a what about the deal, so this is a lot more lucrative than just taking that prickly piranha route. Step on the rest of these switches, and we can spawn another launch star. And that should lead us to where I hope it will take us at the end of this little branching path, so to speak. Yep, right there. That's we got the Sproutle Vine to spawn, so that's prickly piranha route is just a more quicker way to get across this level if you don't want to spend too much time on this, or if you're speedrunning the game. As we just encountered a star bag. Let's select this Luma first before I speak about that a bit further. After you spin once, you'll have to wait till your Luma comes back before you can spin again. Like I said, Luigi takes a bit longer to charge his spin than Mario, so be careful of that if you're used to playing Mario. So that star bag we took out will be invisible, but if you're able to spin into it after you track it down, then you'll be able to get at least a whopping 20 star bits from it. It does move a bit fast though, so you'll have to try to cut it off when it's trying to run away from you. At least that's the best method I can come up with, but even then, it is a bit tricky to go after. But the reward is very lucrative once you're able to take out that star bag. And it looks like we just disrupted a little baby from its nap. Well, there's no other way we can get off this planet, so let's disrupt it some more. Because that's exactly how to deal with children, right? But at least we met the titular title character of the star mission, the Dino Piranha. It's very simple, just spin it to its tail a few times and you'll be able to take it out. Although, similar to a child throwing a temper tantrum, it will get a bit enraged after you hit it the second time. Just do this method 2 more times after it gets angry, and you'll be able to get the star. And just like that, it's taken out. First boss of the game, so it's not going to be the most difficult thing in the world. But there is one boss that I'm not looking forward to, but that's a bit down the line, so I don't want to spoil all that a bit too much, even though this game is like, what, 8 years old now? it's still worth it not to take out discussing spoilers. Anyways, we got ourselves another star. Our first power star, I should say. So after completing a star mission, that gets counted to our overall star count, we get a high score update on how many coins we collect, as well as the star bits. All the star bits we accumulated on the star mission will be added to our overall total. I won't save just in case this recording is corrupted or anything like that. Those trinkets are star bits. To Lumas, they are the tastiest, most delectable treats imaginable. Aim your Wiimote at the screen and point your pointer at them to pick them up, like we have done so already. And we can also shoot them by aiming and pressing with B, like I demonstrated with that coin stud. But I guess just to get the hang of this mechanic, the game's gonna let us have a little tutorial by taking these star bits and firing it at this Luma. Just do this a few times, and you'll pass this little test. Mmm, tasty. Let's call those little morsels my fee for this lesson. You can also shoot them at enemies or feed them to a hungry Luma. Either way, I'm sure Starbits will be a big help on your adventure. Indeed they will be, but those uses will come in due time. But that's gonna be it for today on Super Luigi Galaxy. Next time, we'll continue traversing across Gooding Galaxy to get more power stars for the Comet Observatory. Until we meet again, farewell for now.